Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So I have such a fun video for you today. It is a collab with two of my girls here on YouTube. And we are doing the wardrobe makeup tag. So basically, what is your go-to makeup? What is the makeup that you know that you are confident in? It's gonna look good every time you put it on your face. You ain't even gotta think about it. You don't know what to do. So you just gonna put this on and you know you are beat and you are ready to take on the world. That was a lot, wasn't it? It was kind of, but you know, whatever. But first off, if you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy and I love makeup, and that's how you get Dr. Ash in her makeup. And I really love eyeshadow. That's my jam. But please just call me Ash or Ashley. And as I said, I have a collab video for you today with Yadi Beauty and Beauty and the Frizz. We're doing the wardrobe, the makeup wardrobe look, the challenge. So I am going to take you on the journey of how I got this face right here. But if you guys are not subscribed to Yadi Beauty, let me tell you, she is wonderful. She is such a beautiful person. She's so much fun. She's so hilarious. She can keep it real. I have just become great friends with her, and same with Kara. The Yadi Beauty's channel basically focuses on the finer things in life. But she's so down to earth, so you guys should really check her out. She loves some Shantakai. She also loves some indie, so she is into the Davina. She's into the Sydney Gray. She is into the multi-chromes and the glitter and the fun pops of color of the eyeshadow. So it's just not so much luxury as you might think it. But she has an awesome channel and she posts all the time, and she loves connecting people with other people, and she does a fabulous job at it. Now, Miss Kara, who is Beauty and the Frizz, is a teacher, and she calls herself Beauty and the Frizz after Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus, and she has an awesome channel as well. She is like our tech guru. She loves to do lives. She loves to do multiple videos. She loves to do multiple eyeshadow looks. She also loves to do inspiration. She's super creative. She's just kind of gotten into makeup, and so is Yadi Beauty, but you would never know that of these two people. And Kara also likes to do video recreations and Halloween looks. Like, she can do some Halloween slay, like, you know, with the special effect makeup. I'm like, go ahead, girl, that's bomb. So go and check their videos out after you watch mine and let them know that I sent you right on over. So let's go ahead and get into how I created this face. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on the look. My face is like washed. I have on just some moisturizer and my serum with hyaluronic acid, and I'm gonna go in with my brow pencil right here. This is the Goof Proof 3.75 pencil. You know, I show this pencil in like all my looks. It's the only pencil I use, so it does me well. So I'm just gonna go ahead, brush the hairs in kind of like a up and over direction. And it's a little bit easier right now because I just got my brows done last week, yeah. And if you're wondering, she leaves just a couple more hairs because she knows I know how to fill them in. So just gonna go ahead and lightly fill my brows in. This pencil, I love it, but you can get a little carried away with this very quickly. You can have very, very dramatic eyebrows in like the matter of moments. You're like, oh my God, how did I get here? Like, for real. So I'm just lightly doing some strokes and just filling in. Like, I have a lot of hair, but it's not full, and the hair that I have is not really dark. So, you know. So yeah, brow number one on. All right, my brows are filled in and I'm liking how they look. So because I just got them done, I don't need to go in with concealer underneath. But if it was a situation where it's been a couple of weeks and they're starting to grow in, I would definitely go with concealer. So y'all know the drill. I prime with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. This stuff, oh my God, it's amazing. So the Caffeine shade is my shade color. They have the original. I like the original, but now that I'm like on the caffeine train, I haven't been able to get off with this shade, and I've been using this shade, well, really ever since it came out, so it's been like 3 or 4 years, and I just give my eyes a good coat with it. And this, I mean, this primer never lets me down, never. So I talk about I have dry skin, but the only area that's not really dry is my eyelid, which is, you know, a good thing, you know, so my eyelids don't, you know, age a little faster. But like shadows, living for hours with this base. I have tried like other bases, like, oh, one time I think I tried the NYX base, and everybody loves that, but that moved so bad on me. Concealers are okay. As you guys know, I would prime a lot with that Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer, and I like it as a base, but I more so like it when I'm filming, just to change my looks. The only problem I have with this primer, you can't ever find it in store. So I actually ordered this from the Urban Decay website itself. The only time I found it in store was the very first time I tried it, which was in Sephora. It might have been the one in Times Square, or maybe the one in Fifth Avenue, somewhere. So it might not even been the Times Square one, but I can't ever find this in store. And it's something about when, even when it's shipped, it always says it has to come ground. But Urban Decay recently had a sale, like at the end of the summer, beginning of fall, on their primers. And this is just a Real Techniques, what is this? This is a base, oh, a base shadow brush. Okay, so I either use this one or the Deluxe Crease Brush to blend it out. Tina, the Fancy Face, got me on that to blend this primer out. And I love it. Like, it's my shade. So even if the shadows are a little transparent, you can't see it through the shadow. But this primer, holy grail. I mean, never have a problem. It never lets me down. Even when my eyes let me down. That's the only time my shadow doesn't look as when I let myself down, okay? Meaning my eyes, sometimes my eyes water and the tears will start kind of coming up this way, and if I get like a little burning sensation because my eye is watering so bad, not because I'm having an allergic reaction to the shadows, but like it will just like eat through the whole shadow, eat through the primer. It's a crusty, messy situation. But I love this primer so much. I love the one, like I said, the original. I like the one Sin that has a little shimmer to it. I like that also. I'm just such a fan. So I'm literally going in order of how I apply my makeup. So I went back and forth trying to figure out which palette I was going to use. And this is like the, you know, the go-to look, the look that never, you know, lets you down. So when I think of palettes that never let me down, I have a couple to mention. So I'll show you the honorable mentions at the end, but it was really between two. So I'm going to show you the one I'm using now, and then I'll show you that afterwards. But this is my only Pat McGrath palette that does not live in this original sleeve. And it's this, Divine Rose 2. Right here, I was so fortunate enough to get the limited edition packaging. I love this palette. Now, I find it very easy to use. It's beautiful. The shades are amazing. A lot of times I just throw extraterrestrial all over the lid and run out the door and go to work. And it, like, they looking at it like, oh my God. Because like they feel like I've done so much work, and I'm like, y'all, it's literally one eyeshadow. Or if I, you know, throw a little bit of this in the crease or that. Yeah, I just, like, y'all know. In love. You know, berries are my tones, golds, bronzes. And this look will fit basically anything I'm wearing. So if I'm wearing something a little bit maybe more loud and I don't know what to do, I might go with the other palette, but I'm wearing black, so this definitely qualifies as one of my go-to looks. So I'm going to start off with my BK Beauty 201. I've been liking this a lot. This was a Black November purchase because, you know, it's Black Friday all November. And I'm going to go in with the shade Naked Blush. It's a beautiful shade right here. It's also beautiful as a blush shade. And I'm just going to start blending this in the crease. But I've been liking these brushes. I washed all my other brushes, but I didn't wash the BK Beauty because I just started using these. So I was like, okay, think I can use them a couple more times. Let me have some brushes that I like my other brushes that are in here that are dirty, but they're not like your go-to brushes. So all of them are like dirty. So I had to leave a few that I'm like kind of obsessed with at the moment in here. And I was like, okay. So look how, like this is a beautiful peachy shade. It looks great. It builds up nicely. So I'm just blending this all over the crease. I'm gonna go back in. And this shade looks beautiful like on no matter what skin complexion you are. All right, so now that I have that blended out, I am going to take Extreme Burgundy and I'm going to work that into my crease and my outer V. And first I'm gonna use the outer V shade. I'm gonna use 202. So jumping in, Extreme Burgundy right here. Like, y'all know, I love a burgundy in the outer V. I love a burgundy in the crease or a plummy shade. So this palette was just so up my alley. This is also, I think, a reason why I really like Mothership number 5, because it has Extreme Aubergine instead of that black. And then look how good this looks already. Very little work. You know how I have duplicates of my favorite brushes, like some of my Sonia G brushes and Wayne Goss brushes? I can honestly see myself getting some duplicates of these BK Beauty brushes. They are really, really nice. And they're synthetic if you are not into the natural hair brushes. Going back in, 201, going in with that same shade. Now I'm just going to apply a little here. And I need another one of these because I can take this brush. I have another one like by Sephora. I can do it here, blend out my transition shade. I can stamp in this little inner corner very easily. A Beauty 203, I am going to jump in with a little bit of VR Sextra Terrestrial. This duochrome is just so beautiful. It's so like, it's really done well. I was talking to Yadi and Kara about how this baked gelée formula is just so great because you get so much of the duochrome without it being so dark on that, with having a black base that a lot of duochromes have. And I'm just working a little bit up into the crease. We are finished with VR Sextra Terrestrial. Same brush, I wiped it off. Going in with Bronze Gold 005. I love this bronze shade. I think it's one of the best 005 shades that she has in her collection. And I'm just going to pop that right here in the inner. And this one, I do like to sometimes wet with a little setting spray. Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And it just gives this shade just that extra pop. And then this shade just blends so well with Sextra Terrestrial. I'm gonna pull you guys in closer so you can see it because I know I'm used to being all up on the camera when I do my looks. And then I don't always do this, but sometimes I do. I'm going to go in and with Skin Show Rose Opal. It's going to pick up just a tiny bit and give ourselves a little bit of brow highlight. And I don't honestly do this a lot, but when I do it, I like to do it with the Skin Show shades. I brought you in closer so you can really see what the eyes are looking like. Oh my God, just gorgeous. Just has a little hint of color, has that rose, the gold, it has the plum matte. I'm here for it. My Nyx Vinyl Liner right here, so affordable. One of the best liners for me because like I said, My eyelids are water. My eyes water a lot in the corner. You know, I talk about that all the time. But this, it usually stays. It has to be a bad day for this to go away, okay? And what I also like about it, because like these shadows are really foil. These shadows are really foil, like Color Rain shadows are really foil. Anything that's really foil, sometimes when you use those felt pens, it kind of bleeds in with the shadow. Like the shadow and the liner just kind of do this thing and you don't get that crisp line over your shadows. But with this, I don't find it. Now, like I said, this one is the vinyl, so it's not matte, but it does come in a matte. I think this is like $5. I like this the most. It lasts for a long time, not to mention it doesn't dry out very easily. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start applying my liner. All right, so liner is on. So this time it's a little thicker, but it'll work. Sometimes it's thicker, sometimes it's thinner. Either way, I'm here for it. All right, so liner is done. I added a little extra right here, which I'll probably regret in a second, but I will show you how I usually rectify that problem once it dries. So we're gonna move on to the rest of the face. I already know Pat McGrath. This is the Fetish Skin primer. This is actually my second primer. The primer, you can work your way through the primer a little faster than you can the foundation. The foundation, up until I kind of got my Rare Beauty foundation, I was wearing the Pat McGrath foundation every single day, or at least a good 5 times a week. And I feel like that is going nowhere, which is like a good thing considering that foundation is $65. But the primer is gonna move faster. So if my nose looks a little red right here, the mask did a number on me. What was that, Monday? I felt like I was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Like my nose was like super red, and it's still like a little sore right there. And the mask I was wearing today, I was like, this is a bad batch. I'm like, it's too itchy. And I'm kind of to the point where masks are not really bothering me anymore. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the excess off. I know I could probably put this on my hand. But literally I do this because it's easier. And I'm messy and I don't want the hand, because usually I'm dressed when I do my makeup. And I'm just gonna dot a little bit up there. Let's see. This is a Kayudo, what is it, Fupa foundation brush. This is the Pat McGrath foundation, of course, medium deep, 22. This is like a perfect shade for me. My face is becoming a little lighter because I haven't been in the sun, but I feel like this shade evolves with me no matter what shade I am. Although at one point this summer, I was like, I feel like I could just use a darker shade. So this is, I'm gonna say this is a natural hair brush. This is like one of my few natural hair brushes for foundation. But this is maybe my second time trying it. So far it's so good. It is really soft. I like that the handle is short. I don't have big hands, so that does not bother me. And I just love how this foundation looks. Like, it looks so radiant, so healthy. It sits on my skin so nicely. It's just wonderful. And it builds up nicely. Mcgrath concealer, this is the medium 20, so it's just a hair lighter. And I'm just gonna do a dot here and maybe done there. I don't like a lot of concealer at all. Like, I be trying to figure out who am I? Like, where's Ashleigh? What have you done with her? Like, I just look fake and I look cakey, and it's just not a good situation. Sigma 4D Kabuki brush. And I like this because it has the little corner thing. I can get right up in there and blend it out pretty fast at the same time. And I don't know, I have gotten pretty fast at putting on my wing liner. And I don't even have to like pull my eye anymore. I know I kind of messed up this inner corner, but this shape is this eye, the eye I'm underneath right now, is it's a little different. Like everybody's eye is shaped just a tiny bit different. Okay, I was just making sure that is blended out underneath my eye. Now, it is time for the Mcgrath powder. This is the under eye setting powder. This is the shade Deep. It's actually, it's deep, but it's not very dark. But I just use a little powder and I just put it on the side of this brush. I really like this brush by Sigma because it's soft. It has that point. You can get all up in the little nook and crannies. And that's really all the powder I do. So basically I always usually spend the most time on my eyes and then my face. So I usually only have like 15 minutes. So I'm usually rushing for the rest of my complexion, which is fine. So now, like I said, my big rougher brushes, bronzer brushes are drying. So this is the Rebel Edge brush by what is it, Real Techniques. It's nice and fluffy. Going to go in with my bronzer. There we go. This is a Gucci bronzer, shade number 4. And we're going to give ourselves a little bit of structure, a little warmth. My face is never usually too structured. But I feel like right now after Thanksgiving, I've got a little poofy. Just a little poofy. Not too bad, but I'm like, hit up the forehead. Blush, I'm using the Sephora Microsmooth blush. It's in the shade Rose Emotion. It will never leave me. Like, okay, I have knocked a big hump of it down, but I'm like, am I ever gonna hit pan on this? And honestly, I'm tired of using it, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you just gonna buy another pink blush, so just gonna keep using it. And this is a MAC, what is this, a 125, I think it's a synthetic brush, can't speak, and it's old school, like it's an old school brush. Like this came from like a holiday set when they used to have the good brushes in the holiday set. So I'm just gonna pop a little of this on my cheeks. It's my go-to blush, but like I said, I'm tired of using it. Like, for real. I'm tired of using it. Well, you know you don't need a lot of blushes because they'll never go away. Going back in with my eyebrow pencil, just gonna fix that. A lot of times I have to fix that after. I don't usually put brow gel in my brows, but I will go fix them. So, real quick, I'm gonna go back to the eyes and I'm gonna fix where I have this little neck, but I wanted this to dry first. Okay, because it was like, so it's a little thicker on this side, but you know, we'll live. We'll live to see another day, okay? If I decide I might put some more shadow over it, we'll see. Now, let's see, I got my blush, got my bronzer. So we are almost coming to life here. Now, I have, this is a highlighter. So I debated if I should show this to you, but okay. You can find a highlighter like this in your collection somewhat. But this is the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlight in the shade Knockout. And this is the collab they had with Puma last year. This highlight is so good. I use it all the time. See, I have pan on it. How many products have I shown you with some hardcore pan, okay? And I have a lot of highlighters. So I Love this. Go ahead and use this Reference number 18 brush. It's a little bit bigger than my normal highlight brush. I can't speak, brush, but this is so pretty. I love it. But my, like I said, I had to wash my brushes. So pretty. It's a melony gold. So I love it. It just goes so well. And it's the right amount. Like, it's blinding, but it's not too blinding. And then sometimes I carry my highlighter up there. Especially since I've been wearing a mask, I've been putting a little bit extra highlight. But usually I put it here so you can still see the highlight. Right. For mascara and lashes, I'm gonna shake this up. I have been loving this. This is the Milk Makeup Hydrogrip Set Refresh Spray. I think it's starting to kick this to the curb. Sorry, Urban Decay. I really been liking this, especially for the winter months. So just gonna give myself a mist. And yes, I spray my eyes. It's fine, okay? Let that dry down some. Sometimes I just go in with my finger and dab that. Let's see. If I get a couple little drops that are just weird. But this feels so good and it feels hydrated. I think that's why I'm really liking it, because in winter. The Urban Decay is not as hydrating, but I do really like this. But like I said, that milk has been winning lately. Right, so this is my Pat McGrath Extreme Black Pencil. You know, I was really worried, but this has lasted a nice long time, okay? I have a backup and I didn't have to buy the backup as soon as I thought I needed to. So I think I bought it like the backup. Was it during the spring VIB sale? And I still have plenty left, okay? As much as these pencils cost, I'm using them all. All right, my favorite mascara, Bad Girl Bang. I love it because of the wand. I have, as you can see, very tiny, fine lashes, and it just works. Like, sometimes I still get a little mascara right up here when I don't wear a liner right here, but it works for me. So I'm going to put on lashes for this particular look. Now, if I was going to work or just really out and about, I usually don't wear lashes, and I would just coat my mascara up, but I'm going to put on lashes today. And I'm just putting a little bit at the base, so it's nice and dark. Not coating the whole thing yet, because if I put on too much mascara, it makes it a little hard for me to get on my lashes. Oh, I forgot to put it on my bottom. That's what I really do. And I can put it on my bottom without messing stuff up. All right, I brought you in closer so you can see me do my lashes. I love this. Like, hands down, one of the best purchases I've made all year. Best thing I could have found. I used to struggle with putting on lashes. Now I don't struggle as much at all. I really don't struggle at all. Like, I got better because of YouTube applying regular traditional lashes. Then I moved into the whole magnetic lash. But the great thing about the Velour Lash Can Go, you can use regular lashes. I'm using just regular Ardell Demi Wispies, and you can use whatever lash you want. Now, this is a hybrid liner slash glue, so you can actually do this as a liner what you have here, but I find that I like to use my NYX better. I find that I like to use my NYX to actually do my liner and just go over this where I'm going to put my lashes. It makes this product last longer. And so since this one is more expensive, and I use this really more for the purpose of the lash glue. I also like it because I can get those looks where no liner lash, that type of look where, you know, where you just have your lashes on and barely any liner, because you can apply such a thin layer of this and stick down your lashes, no problem. So you do need to work one eyelid at a time with this. So I'm going to definitely place it down here towards the base. on this corner where I'll lay my lashes. You do not want this to dry. You want this to stay wet. You see, this is why I don't really apply my mascara first, because my lashes get in the way, because the mascara makes it stand up. Apply a healthy amount. Now, you go ahead and you put your lash on. Boom, boom. Boom. Lashes on. That's all I had to do. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. So easy. So easy. All right, we're almost done. So you can do any type of lip option with this. Just like nude, you can go mauve, you can go just anything. Like, the sky's the limit. But because it's winter, I like to do more of a vampy lip in the winter time. So now I have my Scorpio Lip Liner. This is by Juvia's Place. Been loving these, so affordable. This is also kind of comparable to Night Moth by MAC. So this lip liner is so smooth, so creamy. Now, going to go in with, this is Fenty Beauty Underdawg liquid lipstick. Love this. Like, I will wear this with like no eyes, mascara, well, you know, like no actual eyeshadow, complexion, and just this. It pops so hard. I think it's gonna look beautiful with this eye. And guess what? I'm done. Let me pull out so you can see the final look. All right, so I'm back and this is the final look. I feel great. I feel confident, and that is what your go-to makeup look is supposed to do for you. So all my face details will be linked down below in the description box, but can we get into it? Like, you know, Pat Mcgrath, she don't ever fail you. And these shadows are beautiful. If you decided you wanted, you know, maybe your crease to be a little bit darker, you could just go back in with a little bit more extreme burgundy. But I think this is beautiful. There's a little bit of shift to the eyes. You have the gold, you got the bronze shade. It's all the colors that I love. I'm living for it. Pat Mcgrath Foundation never fails me. This lip by Fenty, this Rihanna, this Underdawg shade, it never fails me. You can do whatever, mauve, a berry tone. You can do a red if you wanted to. Depends on the right type of red, only because of the crease. And then, like I said, or you could just take it really deep and vampy. It just all depends on what you want to do and what you're into. But I love this look. And let me show you the honorable mention palettes. So it was either going to be this baby right here. I turned to this. This is Bronze Ambition. I can't ever remember the name. I'm like Bronze something. I'm like, you know, the one with the Mothership 2 packaging, the little mini one off of the original set, when I be trying to tell folks, look, it's a Bronze Temptation, it's a Bronze Ambition, there's a Bronze Seduction. So this is Bronze Ambition, all right. And like, you know, you have one crease shade, you have one crease shade, you have one kind of deeper shade. It's more of a metallic, but it still plays well as a outer V shade or just a deepening shade that's without the little mini insert in there. And these golds, they win every time. You know, you can't go wrong. You have like the deeper, more red gold right here, the more copper shade. You got a regular true tone gold. You have like a more cooler tone gold, more muted gold. You can't go wrong. But usually if I do this palette, I'm going here or I'm here. It's usually here. So it's usually 1, 2, 3, 4. That's usually what I use. But I have used all of these shades, of course. Love this palette. Like, I think this is one of the most user-friendly palettes that Pat Mcgrath had, especially before, you know, Divine Rose came along. But this one is gorgeous. It's always sold out, always sold out. beautiful. Another palette that I was really going to film with, and I really thought I was going to film with for a long time, but I was like, girl, you kind of have a video on this palette with kind of like an everyday makeup look. It's actually like from when I first started my channel, so probably nobody really remembers it, but this baby right here, you cannot go wrong with this palette. Of course, this is the Queen of Hearts by Colored Rain. So, and she's well loved. So, gorgeous warm tones, gorgeous neutrals. You got some purples. I mean, you just can't go wrong with this. So, you know, I almost filmed with this. I almost did. But I have just been loving Divine Rose 2 so much, and I missed it, so I decided to film with that. So let me know down below how you like my look. I love it. I think it came out great. Run over to the Beauty and the Frizz channel and run over to Miss Yadi's Beauty. Tell her that Ashleigh sent you if you are not already subscribed to their channels. And I think you should definitely subscribe to these channels. They are so great. They found me, okay? Like Kara, who is Beauty and the Frizz, she wrote on my page and she found me from my Rose Decadence video. And she was like, oh my God, your looks are so great. And I was like, thank you. And she was like, I'm going to tell my friend about you, which is Yadi. I was like, oh, thank you. And then all of a sudden we have just had this blossoming friendship, and I love them so much. We talk all the time, text message, Marco Polo. We talk on Instagram with the rest of it. It's a fun time with both of those. So you should definitely go and subscribe to their channels. They have great content. They are killing it. They make me a better content creator, honestly, because they post a lot of videos all the time. So I was like, dang, I need to kind of post some more videos. And then like Kara's my IT girl. She got you on the IT stuff. So I'm like, well, what do I need to do this? What do I need to do that? And she like lets me know. So go and run to them because they both love indie. Yadi loves some luxury makeup, but she also loves indie. So she is not boring at all, in the same with Kara. So I think if you like the type of makeup that I like, I think you would definitely enjoy their channel. So you need to go over there and subscribe to them because we are all on the rise and this is a great community. And Yadi just helps like people find people. It's great. So with that being said, there is nothing else. I love this look. You guys already know that. And I've used a lot of my favorites. Some things I've talked about on this channel multiple times. And just leave a comment down below on how you like this look. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because you know I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. And we are growing every day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chair dance. Hey, 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 chair dance. Chair dance. Chair dance. Chair dance. All right, y'all. Bye.